Hey guys, welcome back. Today's video is going to be about Angel Baby. Angel Baby is a very complicated thing in this game, but it's also a very useful thing in this game for players to be able to level and progress without actually being at the computer. Most people have jobs, kids, wives, families, etc., so they can't be at the computer 24/7. Angel Baby helps you do everything you need to do without being at the computer. So we're going to go over each facet of it. It's going to be a longer video because there's a lot. Um, Make sure you give me a like and a subscription on the video, subscription on my channel to see more videos coming out. There will be a lot more guide videos coming out for almost everything about the game. I'm going to be doing videos on questing and how to get high rank and how to level your guild and um, stuff like that. But here we go. Let's dive right in here. So Angel Baby, it's this thing right below your portrait, or Alt R. I always use the hotkeys because it's faster, because I can open them, close them faster. We're going to start with the combat tab. The combat tab is this tab you're going to use to set up actually training warrior AFK. As you can see, my tabs click this area. So you can hit check to see how big the scope is. Mine's smaller because there's a boss right here. And for some reason, I keep attacking it despite me having keep away from boss and only attack the appointed enemies there. But you can check it, and if you're satisfied with it, you can hit set, and that'll basically lock it into that area. It won't go past that area. Sometimes there'll be a mob right on the edge, and it'll attack that mob. But it's basically set to that area. Keep away from monsters. This is for keep a distance from a monster when fighting. Not recommended for short range fighting, aka melee. This is for like if you're a mage and you want to kite things and stuff like that, you're going to use this. It's not really used a lot anymore because the mages on the mobs they train on one hit everything anyway, and this makes you take steps backwards, which in my opinion lowers your XP per hour, because you'll be sitting here, I'll hit this and then I'll take a step backwards and turn around and hit it again and take another step backwards and turn around and hit it again, take another step back. It lowers your XP per hour. If you can't one hit them, you probably shouldn't be training there anyway. And then this target enemy, this is what you're going to choose to target the specific enemies. To do that, it's going to go off the area you choose. So if I set this higher, it's going to give me more. See, this is all the mobs in the area. I'm training on T-buns, so I'm going to click on T-bun, and you have to have it highlighted, and then you click over, and it's going to add it to the list. As you can see, it was already added to the list. Let me do it. This, and it adds it to the list. Attack the appointed enemy. If this is not clicked, it will attack every enemy in that area. Whether it's boss, whether it's a melee mob, a mage mob, it doesn't matter. It will attack every area. So you want to make sure you're training on the correct mobs, and you put that mob in this and check this box. Keep away from box. This just means that you're going to keep as much away from the boss as you possibly can. If you're in the middle of hitting a mob and the mob tracks towards the boss, is going to follow the mob that you're hitting, but it keeps away from the boss anyways. Like if someone tries to lure a boss, it'll try to run away and stuff like that. Near boss, this is used for items. I wish this box right here you could use skills. Excuse me. Because if I go stealth, the boss stops hitting me. So I wish I could put this there and have it work, but it doesn't. So if someone lures the boss on you, or the boss starts walking over to you and you start hitting it, the only thing you can use is items. You can use Mark Portal Scroll. I don't have any on this character. You use Mark Portal Scroll, just teleports you back to the thing and basically de-aggroes the boss. Or you could use Angel Wings to teleport you to the city, etc. This is, you can put it near boss or attack by boss. I wouldn't put it near boss because, like I said, sometimes things you're hitting walk towards the boss, and then all of a sudden now you're teleported just because it walked towards the boss. Auto enchant. This is for Earth. This is for the Earth's takeover skill. The skill will take over a mob and have it be on your team for a set amount of time. Auto enchant, auto summon. This is for Wraith. It'll help you summon things like ghostly swordsman and stuff like that. Auto avatar. It's for avatar. It'll summon your avatar. Now you can only have one avatar skill active at a time. There's one that gives you a % buff to attack and magic attack. There's one that absorbs damage, and there's one that something called Fighting Clone, where it attacks with you. Most people use this to put auto the one that absorbs damage. And zero monster attacks use this. This is for like combos. Like a swordsman would put SOK here, Strangle Strike up here. So you can change that to whatever number you want. So in 17 monster attacks, you're going to use this skill. You want to make sure it stacks with this skill. The skill's up here. Otherwise, it won't use it as often as you want it to. As you can see on my guy, I have 0 monster attacks to use this, so it just spams this, this, and this on cooldown. That's how I have it set up at least. And these first come in final and SP skill. SP skill will override any other skill. So if you put anything in this box, it will not use any other skill. It does not matter if you put 0 monster attacks. It does not matter if you put first, common, final. It will use every other skill. This spot right here overrides everything. This is an SP skill. I still do not use this slot. I could because I'm using only one skill, but I would not recommend using this for the most part unless you're training with MP pots and you're going back to the town to pick up MP pots when you run out. No one does that anymore. First, this is the skill that you're going to use first in the combo. You're only going to use it one time. It's the first skill you use when you're hitting a mob. Common, this is the one that's going to spam if this doesn't kill it. You're going to spam this skill. So if I were to put like Shadow Strike here, it would just spam this skill nonstop. Final, this happens after you use this. So it'll basically be first one, and then it'll be common one, and then it'll be this one, and then it'll be this one, and then it'll go back to common. Above 90% HP, regain 10 SP. SP is this stuff right here. It's a special bar. This is what's going to power most of your strong abilities. So when you're above 90% SP, you can choose to recover 2 SP bars or 5. You're not going to need that for the most part. This game is very self-sufficient in training. My Death Rend recovers all the SP I use for it. As you can see, it just popped it back up to full. Alright, we're going to go to the next tab. The next tab, this is the HP and MP healing. HP below, MP below. Now, certain mage classes like Chaos Wraith use this to put frozen traps. That way they just spam frozen traps. The only thing you can put in these slots are self-use spells. So you can't put a spell that casts on someone else. Or you can't put Forbidden Curse here to heal you below certain percents. Only self-use spells like AoEs that are on self, buffs, stuff like that. You can also use this to skill train. You put all these to 100%, put self buffs here, and it just spams them over and over again and level your skills up. As you can see, Shadowblade's got 1 experience. That's what you would do that for. I do Soul Discharge, increase 8,000 HP and 6,400 MP. Heals me every 100%. I use it on cooldown just to self-sustain a little bit better. Auto Assist, use Assist or item. This is where your self buffs are going to be, or your other buffs. Like you can put your healer here. My healer has all the buffs on teammate and on self. See, on teammate, pink is on teammate, yellow on pet, mate's pet, self. You can hear your friend's pets and stuff like that. So I put all my buffs here. Repeat training skill. This is, once again, skill training. Same thing as these, but you get 2 extra slots. You click on this box and you put 2 skills there and it just repeats them over and over and over again on cooldown, as long as you have the resources. Supply conditions, this is the skills. They'll be counted when you're training your skills. So potions, it counts down the potion usage and everything else. Auto revive when killed method. So when you die, you can either stay here, you can return to city, or you can go to Soul. Soul is when you die and you just stand there and with little angel wings. Auto revive others. This is you'll revive people around you when they die. Teammates or nearby players. I never have that on my healer. Auto revive when answered. I always do this to reject, and I never have the box click because what will happen is you'll die and lose XP. Your healer will revive you. You'll revive again, die, lose XP, and you'll infinite. I mean, you don't lose a lot of XP, but do that over a course of a full day, you're going to lose a good amount of XP. Pet. This is the pet tab. Automatically help pet. This is things like when you're training pets for your pet system. HP below 70%, so if you're a healer, you'd have a heal here. MP below 40%, if you're an earth mage, you'd have the earth heal here. Or you can have potions. You have special pet potions you can put here as well. You make sure you click on this box to activate it. Automatically take that pet back. If your pet's below X amount of HP, you automatically take it back. You don't auto summon it again. It'll just take it back so it doesn't die. Because when it dies, if it's below 40 saturation, it has a chance of running away when you revive it. So you don't want that. Lower than 40 intimacy, it will have a chance to run. Saturation is basically like how exhausted it is when it's training. You have something called improve or pet feeds that you increase that to 500, and it gives stats based on how much saturation it has. So 500 stats it'll give. Over 100 it'll give increased stats to the pet basically. Automatically teach pet. This is a very confused thing. Because softly and fondly aren't. It's nice and neutral. Oh, sorry. Nice is fondly. Softly is neutral. Now, on all the pet guides, you see how to train a pet: nice, nice, mean, neutral, mean, nice. Everyone's like, "What the fuck is softly and fondly?" Fondly is nice. Let me repeat that again. Fondly is nice. Softly is neutral. Do not mess up your pets. I have done it because no one had the answer for me. Fondly, nice, softly, neutral, strictly, mean. That's what you need to know. Make sure each way you train your pet, it's going to change the shape and the skills and the stats it gives. So you want to train it correctly. Um, because when you level a pet, dialogue box comes up with a situation. You have to use a situation. Use this. It'll just do the automatic one. Some people don't. Will look at it and be like, which one is softly? Which one's fondly? Just use this. And level your pet to 15 with one of these, and then 35 with another one, or the same one, depending on what kind of pet you want to have. We're going to go to the next tab, the Gather tab. This is for producers. You hit the Gather box. It's just like the Attack tab, except it's going to collect things for you instead. So you're going to use this for producers. You do the update, and it'll show you all things in the area. There's nothing in the area, and you put it here, and you click on it, and you put it over here. Same thing, area set. Same thing as the Attack tab, but for producers to auto-collect. This is a miscellaneous tab. You do auto-invite. You can auto-invite people around you. You can auto-accept people's invites. Never have these on because if I have auto-accept share, it's going to... And people like to basically ghost you and hit request to join your team, or invite you, and you'll accept, and now you're bleaching them. You can do that if you don't mind, but most people, I like to level my character myself, because I have a goal I have to get to. Auto-invite you, auto-invite people around you. If you're, like my healer has auto-accept share, that way I don't have to click over to my healer and click the button yes when it DCs or dies or something like that. Use team lists. You can use this to like only accept and invite certain people. So you go down to your friends list and you click on them and you hit over. Use team lists, or you can type their name in and add them. Track. This is basically makes it so you follow someone, and I'm tracking CJ wanders it around, and then healing, aid teammates HP. Lower than 80% HP, I'm going to heal them with healing cross 1. You can track specific ones and only aid the following one. Following one is aka only aid the tracking one. So it's only going to aid the one that you're following. If you're not following it, it's not going to aid them. And you can update them. List of nearby players. Alright, then we're going to go to the next tab. We're going to go to log. Log is just everything you've done. Basically, it keeps a log of everything. Everything that your character has done. This login. Enabled it, disabled it, when do you do that, stuff like that. Supply tab, this is when you have to go back to the cities. Your gear's broken. Gear broken, auto return using Ring of Angel Wings. You're going to go back to, and then you put repair gear. Use Mark Portal Scroll to return a training spot. So if you have Mark Portal Scrolls and you use the stone here, it's basically going to auto return you to the city. It's going to repair your gear, and it's going to teleport you right back and start training again. It's very useful. Out of ammo, if you're an archer, it does it. It'll buy ammo for you. This is the list of stuff you can buy in the city. You find the thing you want to buy, you click on it, you type in how many you want, and then you hit enter. And you make sure you click this box, purchase item, and keep quantity. Make sure that you're not going back to the city and purchasing 10 arrows every time, and you're not using 10 arrows every time you come back to your training spot, because then it'll fill your inventory with arrows over time, and you will go back to the city. You will fail to buy, and then it will not teleport you back. If you do not buy the quantity because your inventory is full or you're overweight, it will not teleport you back to the spot. It can glitch. I don't know if that's intended. I don't know. It glitches sometimes. Just make sure the amount you're buying is the amount you're going to use when you go back to the training spot. You can do the same thing for gear. Auto broken, out of MP items, out of HP items. These two aren't really used anymore because everyone uses SP to self-sustain. Enable disposal items. So if you go back to the city, you can store golden items, which are like S-class items. Store blue items, which are something like this. And you can disposal items. Like I hit the Xmas Flame, discard. I can change that to sell. So if I want to put this, I do backpack. I find the item I want. Let's do reflective bait, add. And we're going to put this to sell. So it's going to sell it to an NPC for you to get your gold, to empty your inventory. very useful. And if you can't find an item for some reason, you add it. So if this thing drops like a random item like this seed or something like that, you can type in level 5 roar fruit seed right there. Mail. Um, this is not a very used tab. It's for the mall tab. Um, it it auto buys things for you in the item mall, so you don't have to go in here and click and buy it. Um, Basically, what it'll do is right now there's a sale on butter carrots. So this sale on butter carrots will happen. When it happens, you click on it. You hit purchase 5 of them. Say this is a sale. You have to find that you have to go to this do this during the sale of the item. You hit purchase the item and you auto purchase. And what will happen if you're not available during the sale, it'll auto purchase the items for you. I don't really see another reason for it besides that, but I've also never used it. I like to do it manually. The only reason I find it useful is if you're going to buy a sale item. Do not forget to close this and turn this off if you do use this, because it will continue to do it as long as your Angel Baby is on. So if you want to buy 200 carrots and you're away for 2 days, it's going to keep buying them every sale. It's going to spend all your AG. Make sure you turn it off. Make sure you're aware of what's happening. This is a 16-minute video, guys. I'm going to cut it. This is everything you need to know. If you have any more questions, please let me know. Make sure you give me a sub and a like on the video. Thanks.